was always there in my mind. I always wanted to go back to my roots and do something for the women who were attached to the craft. They didn't have a face to the craft, so I think I always wanted to do something for them. And so Tanzeb, when I started my journey, went backwards. So I just didn't get into the business. I started with the from my soul. I traced back. I found who were the people who do it, who are the people who are connected with it. And I think once I started connecting with them, it just gave me a different joy to, to just give them a.
I'm still in the consulting space. Still in the human resources consulting space. But as an outsider, being a consultant to various organizations is much more fulfilling than having been in the corporate world. So it's a different ballgame altogether. There's a lot of learning. One needs to be really focused. One needs to have confidence in oneself, and one needs to look at paradigm shift.
So I think my biggest challenge is to connect with people who are really not people. A lot of men who have been dominating this craft for quite some time. It was very difficult to get into their space and say that you wanted to do something different which they have not been thinking of. So I think that has been my challenge.
So networking for me has been the first challenge that I faced in this journey. The second thing that I faced was working solo, because I'm sort of though I'm not such an extrovert, but I'm a people's person. So having worked in the corporate world, you get to interact with a lot of people. But here in this situation, you're alone. You've got to motivate yourself. Third challenge is having to innovate, because innovate and stay contemporary.
The joy that I leave is a dream in my business eyes. Something that I just leave with them and say that this can be done. Something that they look forward to. They can connect with me and dream of something more than what they are doing. I think that just gives me a very it gives me a goosebump, to get back to doing what I want.
Being a consultant is really very fulfilling. It stimulates your mind, because you put in various situations. You're not just working for one organization. You're consulting for various organizations. So the situations in those organizations are really very different. So you've got to keep yourself abreast with knowledge that's very, very current. And that's very exciting.
I'm into handmade beaded jewelries. So I make earrings, necklaces, and that's the one sample piece.
That's your creation?
Yeah, that's my creation. So, and I wanted to, expose it in a wider range. So I was working I was working before. Then I quit my job for my family. So, and plus I'm a kind of person who doesn't like to sit idly. Then I thought of, and I like to, I like playing with beads and things like that. So I actually didn't think about it as a business initially. So it was just as a passion that I started this. To reach out to people. So how to reach people, to get that social connect, how do I go about it? And that is one thing that's, in my mind. And the other one is the financial aspect, how to take this forward without affecting much financially. I started realizing that corporate world is not an end, and this sense of starting a business actually brings me joy and happiness. I'm more kind of family oriented person, to be more with my family. But definitely I would ask ladies to go ahead, get out, and reach out to people if you really wish to do what you like to do.
Brilliant idea to get people who are on a similar plane together to share experiences and to create something that's really so powerful. And that first meeting itself converted me into being a fan of the power of being together with how we're doing things together. And Vibha is the way for me to go that way.
Vibha has helped me connect with women with like-mindedness. I think it has helped me understand that I'm not alone in this journey. There are more women who are in the whole process, and I think it's just wonderful to only be connected, knowing each other, and sharing a life which we all deserve. It has been a really powerful way of connecting with all my like-minded
To Vibha for giving me this confidence. I put up my first stall for a carnival that was held in my area, and that actually turned out to be good. And I got an idea like how how would it look when you put up a stall, or what would be the response, or what kind of people come in, and I could connect with many people.